Alright guys, I'm solo. I just dropped Roman off. I guess he's on spring break next week. So I might be getting him during the day, get him for like 4 hours or something during the day. And that would benefit me because I can drive Uber like later in the afternoon. I'll probably make more money. So, and then I can do my little crafts in the morning or something. We'll figure it out. But anyway, there was something I forgot to mention when I was inside the store. It's kind of weird. I was in line with Roman, and I just put the stuff on the conveyor. And I looked over a couple aisles over, and there was an old co-worker of mine. Her name's Rosemary. Worked for the water division. I worked in distribution, and she worked in water quality. Anyway, she was I want to say she was about 5 or 10 years older than me, maybe. This fucking light always takes forever. Anyway, didn't really interact with her a lot, but she was one of those, kind of a butch lesbian, the kind of short hair, always wore hiking boots. What else? Drove it like a big truck, you know what I mean? Just tried to be manly, but she had like a very womanly voice, very high-pitched womanly voice. Anyway, I just remember her. She was cool. There's nothing bad about her. I have nothing bad to say about her. But I wondered, I'd say hi, but she wouldn't remember me, right? So I get to the cashier, and I'm about ready to pay, and I hear, JP! And I turned around. She's not looking at me. She's putting her shit in her cart. And I'm like, okay, that wasn't her. And I look around, there's other people looking at me, but I didn't recognize any of them. So I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I turned back around, I paid, I fucking walked out with Roman. It was bizarre. It was one of those weird glitch in the matrix moments where it sounded like her, it sounded like Rosemary. And I should have said, hey, Rosemary. But I don't know if she said it. Or there was somebody else in the store that saw me. But either way, I looked around, didn't see anybody, and there were people looking at me. So that's what was weird. And I didn't recognize them. So that moment weirded me out. And when I dropped off Roman, it reminded me of something else. When I started driving Uber, I would purposely try to talk to people, but you have to kind of play the room, so to speak. Because some people just want to get in the back seat and they don't want to talk. They just want you to shut the fuck up, and they just want to look at their phone, and they want you to drop them off, take them home. So every once in a while you'll get one of those riders that are chatty Cathy, and I have no problem with that, because driving Uber is very lonely. I do a lot, I spend most of my time listening to music, driving around town, looking for riders, and most of them don't talk to me at all. So I talk to myself, or in my head, or I'm thinking about whatever I'm doing next. So every once in a while you get like a person that's a pretty good conversationalist, and we'll chop it up a little bit, and anywhere from, I think my longest trip was like 45-50 minutes, and there was this guy one time, older white gentleman, and we chopped it up for a good 15-20 minutes. I can't remember where I picked him up and where I dropped him off, but it doesn't matter. I remember it was a long enough trip to where, we'd have a good conversation about something. Anyway, I told him, all right, well, you have a great day. Have a beautiful weekend, something like of that effect. And he goes, okay, JP, you take care. So when he got out, I thought about it. I go, wait a minute. How does he know I go by JP? That didn't come up in the conversation. My name on Uber is John Paul. So that was one of those glitch in the matrix things. It kind of weirded me out. It was like, I don't know. Like the Truman Show type of thing. Like, how would he know my name's JP or that I go by JP? It was almost like slip of the tongue. Because our names didn't even come up. Like, every once in a while I'll say, hey, good morning, David, or whatever the person's name is. Anytime. Oh, and he turns. What a dickhead. Stupid ambulance drivers. But yeah, my name, as far as going by JP, didn't come up, and he called me JP, and I just thought that was fucking bizarre. So every once in a while, I think, am I being, like, fucked with? Is this a simulation? Are you in my simulation, people? Because, fuck! I'm hitting every red light. All I want to do is drink some fucking Bud Platinum. Hitting every fucking red light, and then I'm turning down, go down a different street, hitting every fucking red light. Goddamn ambulance made me miss a fucking turn. And now we're coming up to a fucking train. Like, am I ever gonna get home? Jesus. Anyway, case in point, am I being fucked with? I want to know right now. Maybe because you got... Maybe the reason you guys aren't watching my YouTube videos is because I'm on all the fucking time. Like, you're seeing it live right now. Oh, there's a big block of wood right there I can use for so many things. Thinking about getting that ass. I don't want to do that. Anyway, I just want to share that with you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm ready for my Bud Platinum. See ya.